Good morning and welcome to At Home with Rhonda. Today I am trying to clean off my back porch and it's kind of atrocious. And so in the process of doing that, I found this big bowl of basil seeds that's been drying. So back probably, I don't know, August, maybe September, when all of the flowers were forming on my basil, I decided to go ahead and clip them off and put them in this bowl to dry outside. Well, anyway, I got pushed to the side, and now this morning, it's January, and it's very cold out here. It's probably 32, 33, 34 degrees, but it's high time that I go ahead and harvest these. So I'm just going to show you. This is what a basil flower looks like, and at some point, you'll notice with all plants, it does this. It blossoms, and this is where your seeds are. They're teeny, teeny, tiny seeds. So all that I have to do to harvest this, now that they are really good and dry, all you've got to do is just kind of take a firm hold of the stem. You don't want the stem. And I'm just going to do like this. And I'm going to put that in there. And so what you'll see is in here there's some of the husk, and then there's the black little teeny tiny seeds. So the first part of this job is to, take all the flowers and just remove it into the bowl. And so that'll be the first thing that I'm going to do. The second thing will be to separate the husk from the seeds. And so I'll have to take another little video and merge those together so that I can show you. Hopefully you can see this. So by doing this, a lot of the husk and the seeds are already separating, but at some point I will have to use a colander, a really fine mesh colander, to separate all of that. So this is going to be kind of a short video, but if you are a gardener, or if you wish to garden and you're like, I really would like to be able to produce my own herbs fresh from my garden. I'd like to be able to harvest and make my own spices. You can do it. You really can. And it's rewarding. It's self-sustaining. It saves you a ton of money if you try to buy those little tiny packs of herbs in the grocery store. You're going to pay anywhere from $2, $3, $4 for like this much. A couple little stems. When all you've got to do is take the time to grow. God is wonderful, because He has provided not only the food for us, but He's also provided the seeds inside every fruit, inside every vegetable, so that we can reproduce and provide for our families. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes motivation, it takes a determination to learn the skill, and you don't have to do everything in the first year, but you build upon it. Maybe this year you start out with something simple like basil. You could start out with tomatoes. I love Roma tomatoes, and so that's kind of where I started. And, just maybe take 4 plants and grow this summer and try your hand at it. And then you'll develop some confidence, and then the next year, maybe add. And that's kind of what I do. Every year, I kind of add to my normal things, and I try to grow something unusual, or something a little weird, something that not necessarily is something that everybody grows around here. Like edamame, for instance. As we lived in California for a while, I learned to love edamame. And so now I try to have seeds every year and try to grow it. So anyway, my likes and your likes may be completely different, but it is very rewarding. And so I would just encourage you today. This it's not hard. I mean, as you can see, these seeds are so dry that this is not going to take long at all. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the flowers off of the stem, and then when I come back, I will show you how I separate the husk, all of these outward things, and separate the husk from the seeds. And the seeds is what you're going to replant. And as you can see, I have seeds for years. I'm not going to have to buy basil seeds forever, like, because you know, one basil plant is probably enough for your family. It's a good producer. So anyway, I'll be back. I'm going to finish this task, and then when you see me again, I will be showing you how to separate the seeds from the husk. So we'll see you in a minute. Hello, I am back, and so now I have all of my basil flowers harvested in here. So in here we have the seeds, we have a few little stems that just kind of slipped in there, and the husk that we want to get rid of. So what I'm going to do is I have this very fine mesh colander thing. This is what I usually use. It works wonderful. Just find you a bowl that's going to fit right into here. I also have this little plunger thing that I use. It is very old. I don't even know how long I've had it, but it works perfectly for trying to do what I'm getting ready to do. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my mixture in here, and then I'm going to just kind of smash this and stir it around, and I'll keep doing that. And what happens, I'll show you in just a minute. You'll see that the husk remain in the colander and the seeds fall through the tiny hole. Sometimes it's a little challenging if you've got some other seeds to be able to find a colander where the seeds will fall through, but the husk will not. So sometimes that can be a little challenge. Let's see what we've got. So here we go. Let me see here. Let me put that right here. This is what we have. You see the little seeds? So yes, there's going to be a little bit of the husk in there, and that's okay. I'm just going to put this inside of a little envelope. I have these little seed envelopes, and once I get through with this process, I really don't have a colander that's going to separate that. So it's okay. As long as the seeds are in there, I can plant those, I can sow those, which I probably will pretty soon. I'll go ahead and sow these and start my little tender plants and have them to start growing indoors and preparing, so that by the time the frost risk is over, I can plant them in the ground, I can plant them in my garden, and I'll be good to go. And I don't have to go to Lowe's or a nursery to buy my plants. Saves me a lot of time, saves me a lot of money by doing this myself. So I hope that this has been meaningful for you. Again, what I'll do when I'm finished with this is I'll take this mixture and I will put it in these little envelopes, and I'll write on there what garden year. So I'll put Basil 2025, and that'll let me know that this is seeds that are harvested from last year's harvest. So you have a good one. I hope that this will inspire you, and just give me a shout out there. Give me just let me know what you think about these videos, and I hope they're helpful for you, and give me a little thumbs up there. You have a good one, and we'll talk to you later.